All right, so if you had to name the part that I'm coming in on, what would you call it?
These episodes really don't have a part per se, but if I had to say, then it would be the knee.
Oh, okay. And for dessert?
Oh, squirrel.
Excellent. It's probably the most random intro we've ever done.
It is the most random intro we've ever done.
But you know what?
I don't think we could get any randomer than that.
I don't even want to try.
The randomer, the better.
So in lieu of the Super Bowl coming up,
yes,
I think
the end of football season.
I think when this posts, Super Bowl might be this coming weekend.
It is. It is, in fact.
So back-to-back football movies, I'm not mad about that.
No.
Not one bit.
No, and the one thing that I did notice is the only difference between these two football movies is Mama.
You were right. There was no Mama in Necessary Roughness.
Nope. But I can sit there and look at it and go, okay, you have someone that's aged. You know, you have Bobby Boucher, who's 31. In Necessary Roughness, you had Paul Blake, that was 34. They have to overcome something. They have a love interest. At one point, kind of falls apart. Then they leave, but come back and save the day.
Yes.
And the only thing you need to do is add Mama.
The similarities are uncanny.
Thank you for tuning in. This is Quotable Podcast. We're out.
This is, I guess, if you had to pinpoint one of the most memorable or iconic roles that Adam Sandler ever did, this might be the one. I hear people quoting from this one, even people who aren't really avid movie quoters, such as us.
Right. I mean, because of one of the most used quotes that I think I've ever heard from anyone is, "You can do it."
Yeah. And you ask anybody, they will know exactly where that comes from. Yeah. And thanks a lot, Rob Schneider.
You're welcome.
And 2 movies in a row with Rob Schneider.
Yeah. That was actually a coincidence.
That was not planned.
It was not planned at all. But he does have that Cajun twang in this. And, you know, you and I discussed it in, like, Grandma's Boy. Rob Schneider, I'm not really entirely sure where he's from. So it leads me to believe that he's literally from everywhere.
Yeah.
So it's not one place. He's from Yugoslavia, but he's also from Russia. And he's also from L.A., and he's also from the Deep South in Louisiana.
He's also from the mountains of Caucasus.
Yeah.
But the one thing that you will notice between the two films, there's a 7-year gap between the two.
Right.
Rob Schneider appears to have aged almost 20 years.
Yes. I did say, I felt bad when we looked up the time difference because I was like, man, time was not on Rob Schneider's side.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
But it's weird because it may have just been the character because they had him looking like real dirty and unkempt.
Yeah, that is a possibility.
Because I want to say, when did he do that movie, The Hot Chick? That must have been around the same time, and he didn't look that bad.
Just the fact that you had to say he didn't look that bad means he looked that bad.
Well, yeah. I feel like it was probably right around the same time frame, though. But he did look substantially older than he did in Necessary Roughness.
Yeah, I don't think he could look any younger
ever
than he did in Necessary Roughness. Maybe his first season on SNL. Yeah. But aside from that, no.
Yeah, well, either way, we're glad you're still out there doing stuff.
Yeah.
Because
he's making moves.
He's doing things. He's making money. And, even though I think him and Adam Sandler had a falling out.
That I don't know. I haven't read anything about them having a falling out. Maybe they did. Maybe they didn't.
I hope that's not the case because their on-film chemistry is really fantastic.
Yeah, because it just goes back to the Saturday Night Live days.
It has to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think that's probably one of the best casts that Saturday Night Live ever had.
Yeah, it was definitely a good season, or good, I guess, not really a season. It was a whole stretch of seasons.
I think that the longest, actually, no, I know for a fact the longest running Saturday Night Live character is Kenan Thompson.
That's right. Hats off to Kenan.
I know. And he's still on it.
Yeah. Good for him.
Yeah.
Because my favorite character from him is Steve Harvey, like to this day.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. With the Family Feud.
Yes.
Or Jeopardy. Black Jeopardy.
All of the above.
Yes.
He should just do a game. He should just be a game show host.
Yeah.
If he hasn't already.
Well, getting back to the Waterboy, Kenan Thompson is the devil.
Yeah.
Look, mama, look who's on TV.
All right.
The devil.
I know we do this in each episode, or this has become one of our things. What is your favorite scene from The Waterboy?
Ooh, my favorite scene would... it's kind of a toss-up, but... Okay, my second favorite scene. I'll do that one.
Okay.
My second favorite scene is when they're at the candlelight vigil. And they're like, if your mama could hear us right now, she would want you to play football and be happy that you have all these friends that are supporting you. And he's like, but she can't hear you. She's unconscious. But when everyone's leaving, Rob Schneider, who plays like Cajun Jim or whatever his name is, and he's just like, well, wake her ass up. We got to win tomorrow. I love that. But my favorite scene is the just the noise. And it's when...
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Coach Klien, Mr. Coach Klien, is when Bobby Boucher is talking to him. And, everyone thought that Bobby Boucher is the one that altered his record so he could play college football. But Coach Klien did it. But he didn't stand up to it because he was afraid of Coach Red. And he tells you, he's like, how come you didn't stick up for me? And he was like, oh, I wanted to. He's like, but I came back here. And I crawled under my desk and I cried. I cried like a 10-year-old little girl, but he grabs a baseball and just throws it out the window. And Colonel Sanders is walking by, and when it hits him in the head, he's just like, and
it's funny that everybody...
That noise.
That noise is so hysterical. I want to record it and save that as my text alert or something. All right.
I mean, it's just so random. Out of all the people that it can hit, it's going to hit Colonel Sanders.
But I love the fact that people just call him that, and that's not who he is.
No.
I don't even know if he had an actual name for the movie.
No, I don't believe so. It was just Professor.
Yep. Professor Sanders.
Yep.
All right. Well, since you did the two, I guess I will go. Follow suit here.
All right.
Number 2 would be when Coach Klien is having his flashback, of why he's so afraid of the other coach.
Oh, the Green Notebook?
Yes.
Okay.
So there's that moment where you find out that he steals the Green Notebook basically because he doesn't have a choice.
Yeah.
It's like, well, I'm going to get my hands on this at some point. So you might as well just let go of it now. But then it cuts to him talking to his grandma on the phone that's not actually connected.
No, it's just a cord hanging there.
But he's just talking to his grandma about how much he hates him.
Yeah.
And he just pans down, and he's wearing high heel shoes. And he's just stomping on the ground. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. So that's number 2 for me. Number 1 for me is, and it's a toss-up because there's so many great moments in this movie, when they first put Bobby in uniform and they throw him into the game for practice. He doesn't understand the concept of football because even though he's been the Waterboy for 18 years, he's never paid attention to an actual game to understand the rules or anything. He's had to
check pH levels, temperatures.
Make sure that all the cups have been filled and everything. So they put him on the line, the offensive line, and then you say, all right, 3rd and 10. And then the coach is like...
3rd and 10?
Yeah, it's the third opportunity to get a first down.
Yeah.
So
he's going to run the option.
He's like, option?
Oh.
He's never going to get it. It's like, nope, he is going to get it. he's like, we just got to break it down in, simpler terms or whatever.
Right. I do that same scene when you were talking about, when he was talking about, he's like, all right, I want you to tackle. And he was like, does he know I'm going to do this?
He's like, it doesn't matter. You're a warrior. But what was the coach says one thing, and it's like that entire scene where it's like 3rd and 10, and then it was option, and then there was one other thing, and it was like practice. It's like you just assume that he's like messing with the coach at this point.
Right. He's
just going to question everything that comes out of your mouth now.
Yeah. Oh, and then he starts talking about he was like, why did you hit, Guy yesterday? He was like, you tackled him, and he was like, well, he was making fun of me, and I just thought of everyone that made fun of me, and it just came out. And he's like, That's it. That's what we're gonna do. He's like, we'll use that as your tackling fuel. And he's like,
tackling fuel. Yes, you're gonna use that, and that's gonna be your one key thing to winning at football. Yeah. Tackling fuel.
Who's your favorite wrestler? Oh, well, even though we just did have a minor discrepancy, but I would have to go with Captain Insano.
All right. So what does Captain Insano to take down the bad guy?
Yeah. Oh, he opens up a can of whoop ass.
But they try to get him to tackle the one guy, and he's just like grabbing onto his jersey and just like trying to...
Hey, Casey, I think he's going to make out with you.
He's like, where's the intensity that we saw from before?
I do like when he calls Captain Insano, though, after he gets fired from being the Waterboy right at the beginning.
Yeah.
So he calls Captain Insano, who's played by Paul White. And, some people know him as the Giant. Some people know him as Paul White. Some people know him as the Big Show. But when he's talking, he was like, yes, I just happen to know this. When you're opening up a can of whoop-ass, that, you're breaking a sweat profusely. And if you were just in need of, possibly someone to work your corner as your water boy.
Will you be in the need of an experienced water boy?
He's like, oh, that's a cute kid. How old are you? 11? 12?
I'm actually 31 years of age.
I like he's hanging up the phone and you just hear him and he's like, oh, you can tell that guy's still a virgin.
Even though he was quite rude to me recently, that would have to be Captain Insano. Oh, man. But so after he gets fired from his first job at Waterboy, which I think was for the same team for 18 years.
Yeah. I think he was with that team. I think it shows him at 5, 6 years old.
No, it was closer to like maybe 10, I think. Well, no, wait a second. If he was 31 then, what's 31 minus 18? Carry the 2.
Well, it's definitely 5.
Is
or
it?
More.
31 minus, I don't know. Either way, I like the flashbacks that they show because, you can tell that he's been an angry child ever since then, And
you and I discussed it because one of the things that really kind of, I don't think it didn't really get him to flip. He was almost to the point of flipping out. Is just when the guy walks up and he's like, hey, Waterboy, check this out. And he's like, and spits in the water. It's like, why?
This makes absolutely no sense. Just to make a point, just to rib into the Waterboy because you have no respect for him, you're going to spit into the water cooler that you are supposed to drink out of, as well as the rest of the team that you do have respect for.
Well, then fine, just go ahead and die of the dehydration.
But I do enjoy the moment when he's still part of that team, in his mind, I guess. That one douchebag, I don't know what position he plays, but he comes up to Bobby and he just grabs the hose from because he's got the backpack with the water filtration system on it. He grabs it and just starts spraying Bobby with it. Now say what you want about my personal hygiene, but you don't want to waste the water. That's not good policy.
Yeah. And then he even says, he's like, if you need to feel better about yourself, then just, physically assault me.
Just rough me up or something. He's like,
okay.
all right, have it your way.
Fine. No problem.
Indeed.
And then the coach, that's when the coach fires him because he's like, I told you to fire him last year. He doesn't need to be out here harassing my players. And it's like, if you actually paid attention, it's kind of the other way around, dude.
Yeah. It's like, you were serious about that?
And then get that bottom lip looked at, Jerry Reed.
Yeah.
May you rest.
Something's up with that lip. And if you haven't seen this movie in a while, pay attention to the lip.
Yeah.
He doesn't have lips, really, per se.
Yeah. Per se.
But something weird is going on with the bottom lip. It's some weird bump.
To me, it just kind of looked like a scar.
It could have been a scar.
Probably from some type of bar fight at one point in time. Something happened somewhere.
Fought with an entire bar. But speaking of lips, though, I don't know if you noticed this in the movie, but the first time you see Rob Schneider's character, which is Waterboy had been playing with the team for a while, and then they were having that like big rally, just getting everybody psyched up for the next match and everything, and then that charter bus pulls up with the, that number one team, which is the infamous number one team in every sports movie.
Right.
Where this douchebag guy plays. But you see Rob Schneider's character, and he's all dirty and disheveled looking, but he looks like he's got something going on with that bottom lip of his, too. I think he's been messing with Laura from Grandma's Boy. What do you know? She's already got a cold sore.
No, well, when the bus shows up, I think that is the first time you see Rob Schneider's character. And I did hear an interview like Dave Letterman, Jay Leno, something like that, where Adam Sandler was on it. And they were talking about how'd you come up with the voice for Rob Schneider to be like, oh, you can do it. And he was like, well, we had Rob in the studio, just saying, hey, you can do it. Or you can do it, or something. And he was like, tried all these different accents and everything. And then he was like, well, why don't you just, and Adam was like, well, why don't you just be like, well, you can do it. And so Rob did it. And he was like, I felt icky. I felt dirty. Like, I don't want to do that. So the producers and everyone else was listening to it, and they were like, that's the best one. So he called Rob and he was like, yeah. And he's like, yeah, they picked one. And he was like, oh, which one? And he's like, yeah, you're not going to believe it.
You're not going to like it.
You're not going to like it either, but you're definitely not going to believe it. So that's the one that they went with. And apparently Rob Schneider absolutely hates it.
I don't know why,
though.
he
can't stand it. So,
but like people who are familiar with him, that's probably his most iconic line in any movie he's ever done. So like, why would he hate it?
Yeah, see, for the longest time, the thing I knew him for was Fumbleaya, Fumblerooski, Fumbleina came to town. And that's more of a nod to when he was on Saturday Night Live as the copy guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's like someone would come in and he'd be like, Rick, making copies, the Rickster.
Making copies from the copy machine. But I want to say one of my other favorite scenes is when Bobby invites Vicky Valancourt over to the barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
So just the scene where he invites her is funny because he can't just come out and say, hey, I would like to invite you over to my house for a barbecue. Yeah. It's... well, sometimes on Sundays, my mom, she like to cook the food with the grill and the charcoal biscuits.
Oh, Bobby Boucher, you trying to invite me to a barbecue over to your house?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. But when she comes over, she sits down, you can tell right away that his mom doesn't like her.
Oh, yeah, no. She, just the dead eye and the 1,000-yard stare from across when she's grilling and they're sitting at the picnic table. She's like, oh, yeah, no.
But at this point...
I will kill this girl.
Right, exactly. At this point, Bobby had been going to school for a little while.
Right.
And he's starting to pick up on some things. So the two of them are just sitting at this picnic table, just having a casual conversation. And
well, she's talking about the lady for like Good Morning America or something that does the astrology sign. And she was like, oh, well, for Sagittarius, she said, you're going to be faced with a difficult decision today. She was like, well, that ain't fair because we're all faced with difficult decisions every day.
Yeah, well, maybe by keeping her answers vague and generalized, she's less likely to have people accuse her of being a phony.
Oh, I don't know. Well, look at you, Mr. College Boy.
Hey, don't call me college boy. My mom is coming.
Okay, whatever.
But she comes to the table and she's got this tray of like grilled baby alligators.
Yeah, I know. And every time she has food somewhere in this movie, it just looks so disgusting.
It is disgusting.
I mean, she has like a 30-foot python like wrapped up when Coach Klien comes over. Just wrapped up on the table with an apple in its mouth.
And one of the flashback scenes where you find out that, because her thing is everybody's the devil. Everything is the devil.
Yeah.
One of the flashbacks with Bobby as a kid, there's a gigantic moose laying across the table, and that's when you find out that little girls are the devil.
I don't think that's geographically accurate.
I don't know any wild moose are wandering around Louisiana.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's a thing.
It's biologically incompetent. There's something wrong with her medulla oblongata. So the conflict for Bobby is nobody really treats him with respect.
No, and the only thing he wants is friends.
And nobody, because he just doesn't grasp social, I guess, intricacies.
Because the first game that they play, he's walking up and it's probably like the very last play of the game. And he walks up and he's like, good luck on the very next play. And number 62 is like, yeah, I'll be getting lucky with your mama tonight. And he's like, 62. Well, he tackles the guy, and the guy fumbles. The quarterback goes to throw it, and he intercepts it. He's like, where are you? Where are you? He turns around, and 62's right there, and he's like, there you are, and throws him the ball. So 62 runs for a touchdown, but he chases him the entire way. And when he turns around in the end zone, he just drop kicks him.
He jump kicks him, yeah.
And he's just sitting there, and he's like, and I love my mama very much. Now you know that, too.
And you know that.
I think that was the first game he actually played.
Yeah, it was the first. And then everyone's like, oh, great, you cost us the game. And
because he's an idiot.
Yeah, but then that's when he invites Vicky Valancourt in the next scene because he's coming out of the locker room, and she's souping up his lawnmower. Because that's what he drives around in.
She had just gotten out of jail.
Yeah. And then that's when Farmer Fran, I think is what he's credited as.
He's in every one of Adam Sandler's movies. Don't know the actor's name. And then he says something else at the very end that sounds even more incomprehensible.
Yeah. Well, everything he says throughout the entire movie is incomprehensible. The only thing that I think I understood is just when he's like,
That's it. That's it.
But I mean, at the end when Bobby shows up at halftime for the Bourbon Bowl, and they're down 21, 24, or 27 to nothing, and
they're reminiscing about the times where Bobby did something really incredible.
Yeah, but when he comes in and they're like, hey, you remember that time that Bobby tackled that guy from Central Kentucky and threw him into the stands? It's like, yeah. It's like, man, you remember that time that Bobby intercepted the football? And his
pants fell down, and he ran into for a touchdown, bare ass. and then remember the time where he accidentally tackled the referee?
Yeah. But then here's Farmer Fran. He's like, remember the time around?
And they all just,
huh? Then Bobby comes in and he's like, remember the time that Bobby Boucher showed up at halftime and the Mud Dogs won the Bourbon Bowl? And everybody's excited. But
what does he say at the very end? Because he says that, but he ends it with something. It's like he shows up so the Mud Dogs win the Bourbon Bowl. Remember that? Or something like
something
along
like
those lines. And it's so good.
It is. But then the one guy that has like the one cross eye.
The cross eye.
And, but then he sits there and he was like, man, and he was like, Bobby, Guy starts off and he was like, you're the heart and soul of this team. He's like,
yeah, because the one who's like giving him shit the entire movie.
Yeah. But then here's the guy with the cross eye and he's like, plus you're the only one of us that could have passed that test.
Yeah, because he had to take the high school equivalency exam, which that sounds kind of insane because he had to answer 300 questions in 3 hours.
Right.
That's a lot.
It is a lot.
But I do like that scene, though. It's like an empty basketball court with like a table with like 4 moderators, like 3 or 4 moderators, and just him sitting at a desk like 20 feet in front of them.
Yeah.
But what's weird is like the inside of the basketball court looks like really smoky.
Yeah. I mean, I think things back then were just smoky.
Just in general.
Yeah.
If it didn't have a tobacco haze, something was wrong. But when he's taking the test,
and Vicky Valancourt's knocking on the window.
Yeah, she waves, and then she holds up a sign that says, "Want me to kill them?"
No, don't do that.
But then she like waves, and then he's like, "Okay, like go away."
I gotta focus on this test.
But when he first gets kicked off of that other team, and he comes home, and his like mom loves him, clearly loves him to death.
Right.
So when he walks through the door, it's like, "Oh, Bobby, so good to see you." And then the first words out of his mouth was, "Hi, Steve," which is like
talking to the
donkey that they just keep in the house. And you see him show up a few times, a couple of the flashbacks and stuff.
Yeah.
Because like there's the one moment where he's talking to the kicker on the team.
Yeah.
And he's like, "No, my mom can't find out that I'm playing football." And she's like, "I wonder what she's doing right now."
Yeah.
And then there's a flashback. She's playing badminton
with the donkey.
with Steve.
Well, even when she goes into a coma. Or, well, her coma.
Yeah,
and
coma.
You just see Bobby walking down and he has the bug zapper. And then you hear the nurse and she was like, "You really made it look like home." So he's got her bed. He has all the artwork. He has rugs. And Steve, the donkey, is in there. But he hangs up the bug zapper and plugs it in. He's like, "How's that, Steve?" Donkey just brays and he's like, mm-hmm.
Yeah, and when you see all of this stuff from home in this hospital room, it's like you don't even realize it's the hospital anymore.
Yeah,
because they made it look that much like home. I like the first interaction that he has with Coach Klien because he shows up and you see Coach Klien watching some of the football plays.
Yeah, the old football reels.
Yeah, and this is the one where you were talking about there's where they fumble the ball, and the other team just picks it up and just runs it in.
Well, it's funny because he's talking. He's like, "Oh, this is where they stripped the ball from us," and he runs it back, missing 1 tackle. Nope, 2 tackles. Oh, look at that! He dropped the ball. He has time to pick it up and dust it off
before he runs it in for a touchdown.
Before our team even knows what's going on.
Yeah. But then when Bobby just,
he turns the projector off and the lights come on and he turns around and he's like, "All right, everyone, come in." There's no one in the room.
It's just him.
It's just him and Bobby, and he's like, "All right,
everyone in the room.
Everybody around.
All right, this is the play.
Yeah.
All right, so the quarterback is here. We've got 2 receivers on the right side, 1 receiver on the left side. All right.
And then we'll put a man back in this flank position. Yeah. And this receiver, he'll run over to the right side. No.
He'll run over to the left side. And then we got the quarterback.
Yeah.
He fakes to the left. No. He fakes to the right.
No.
Wait, he thinks about faking. He pretends to fake. I don't know where I am.
This room is getting smaller. I can't breathe. I got to sit down.
But Bobby came there because he wanted to find another team that he could be Waterboy for because that's his passion.
Yeah.
And he's like,
"I was wondering if you are in the need of an experienced Waterboy."
He's like, "Well, we can't hire you. We can't hire anybody.
We're the poorest team." And he was like, I would do it for free. He's like, "This is way better." That's right. Bobby gets him the water.
Yeah, because
he's like, "This is way better than what I give my players."
And then he looks over and he sees that disgusting jug of like it's like a cesspool of bacteria. He's like, "Is that
is that the water that you feed to your team?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I will be your water boy for free. You must promise me that you will never feed the contents of that jug to any human being. So that's how the whole thing starts. You know, he gets to be a water boy for another team, but it's like the same story again. Everybody just disrespects him.
Yeah.
Especially Guy.
Yeah, and this is where, you know, he tells his coach, you know, that guy spits in the water. They ran that play that tackled him over the table. And then he's sitting there and he was like, and then the coach comes up. He's like, "Are you okay?" And he's like, "I wasn't going to do nothing, coach. I swear I wasn't going to do anything." And he was like, "Well, you need to do something. You got to stick up for yourself. These guys will eat you alive." And he was like, "But they're finely tuned athletic machines.
I'm not asking you to go on a murdering spree or shooting spree."
Yeah, he's like, "Look, I'm not telling you to go on a shooting spree, okay?" He's like, "But you got to stand up for yourself."
Well, they're just going to keep doing it to you.
Yeah, and then he was like, "Trust me, I know."
But yeah, Guy is one of the worst ones. And I love, this is Peter Dante, and it's like every time he tries to make fun of Bobby, it's like, "Look at me, I got a wooden spoon." Yeah. Everything he says, it's followed by
yeah, which you never hear Bobby make that noise at all.
Ever.
In the movie. "Oh, I'm the water boy."
He never says it.
"I got a wooden spoon."
But he's the first one that you see get tackled by him, which is absolutely hysterical. But the one guy when he Coach who there? But when Coach Klien is trying to get Bobby to replicate him tackling Guy against the other guy, he can't figure it out.
Yeah,
because he doesn't have that intensity. So he does what Captain Insano does, which he just pokes him in the eyes.
He's poked me in the eye. Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Oh my God. I'm trying to think of some other moments, like conversations with his mom. So from playing football, which she strictly forbids.
Right. It's foosball.
A bunch of overgrown monsters manhandling each other. She doesn't want him to play football. She doesn't want him to even go to school.
Ah!
Oh, coach, it's the brain pain.
So anytime the subject comes up, he's treading very lightly to make sure that it doesn't accidentally come up in front of her.
Right.
You know, Vicky Valancourt, who clearly has feelings for him, you know, when they're at the dinner and his mom is trying to get him to not do anything with her. It's like, "Well, do you know about his stinky feet? He has to actually wear 2 pairs of socks."
Men are supposed to have stinky feet.
Yeah. Well, did you know that when he goes to bed, he wears pajamas featuring a cartoon character called Deputy Dog?
He's like, "Mama, please stop." Oh, I think Deputy Dog is very, very sexy.
Yeah. What do you know about his bedroom problem?
Mama,
those are his sheets
Mama,
over there.
Please don't. And then she has nothing to say to that, but then here's Bobby, and he's like, "Hey, if you ladies will excuse me, I'm going to go hang myself."
And the one thing that I mentioned to you was like, the only thing you ever see him drinking is water. You don't see him drinking soda or alcohol or anything like that. But his sheets are stained quite yellow.
Oh, yeah.
And anybody who's anybody knows that if you drink nothing but water, your pee ain't yellow.
Right.
Not even a little.
Not even a lot.
Nope.
Especially not that much.
But maybe if all you do is eat weird roadkill.
Yeah, I mean, that probably would have something to do with it.
Yes. If I was that close to a...
What are we having for dinner, Mama? Baby alligator? My favorite.
Squirrel.
I don't think that's a real thing.
But there's the interaction between Vicky and Bobby where she comes up. He sneaks her inside because his mom is sleeping.
Yeah.
And she's, you know, she wants to do stuff with him because she's into it.
Yeah. And I mean, I think it's just one of those things where it's like, you know, you can tell that she really, really wants there to be a relationship with Bobby. And Bobby really, really wants there to be a relationship with her, but he wants to respect his mom.
And
at the same time.
And also, he doesn't know how to act around girls.
Right.
At all. Because he doesn't have any experience whatsoever.
Yeah, like when she kisses him, and he was like, with your lips, they touch mine with, the thing
with the tongue.
With the tongue, that was your tongue.
Are you saying that was your first kiss, Bobby?
Yes, it was.
Well, I'm guessing this is the first time you've seen a pair of these.
Yes, yeah. I want you to know that
that's another voice.
That's another voice.
I really appreciate what you're showing me right now.
But, that's the same scene where he grabs that bottle of water that came from an Alaskan glacier.
Yeah, that was
blessed by some shaman or whatever.
Like an Eskimo medicine man. And she was like, oh, it's cold. And he's like, oh, yeah, it's always cold.
That's high quality H2O.
Which that comes in later. He recovers a fumble during the Bourbon Bowl. And someone just comes out of nowhere and plows him and knocks him out. And she runs out there with that bottle and gives it to him, and he does that little kip up, and he's like, that's some high quality H2O.
So I like how once he figures out how he can be intense within each game, and even without understanding each of the plays, he has one objective.
Yeah.
Whoever has the ball, knock his ass out, basically.
Yeah. Knock him down. And I like that they talk about the sportscasters in each game. They always talk about, because there's the one where they're playing Central Kentucky. And they're like, well, Central Kentucky's down to its third string quarterback. And they're like, but good news. First string quarterback does not have a broken neck. But that's after he got in a fight with his mama. And he's standing there and he's looking at the quarterback and he was like, And then he envisions her and she was like, you're not to see that woman. She's the devil. And he's like, she ain't the devil. She's the most beautiful woman in the world. And then you see the quarterback. He was like, I never said she was the devil. He's like, please don't hurt me.
Yeah, because he establishes his reputation as somebody he's going to knock your ass out.
So he finally, he tackles that quarterback, and he's like, I'm so sorry, Mom. I didn't mean it. I wanted to say I love you. And then he was like, I love you too.
Yeah, so you have the different scenarios where it's like he's envisioning something that makes him angry.
Right.
And one of them was he actually used Coach Klien.
Yeah.
He's like saying, Gatorade is better than water.
Gatorade.
H2O.
The water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Not only is Gatorade better for you, it tastes better too.
You were drinking the wrong water.
I like the party that he goes to.
Yeah.
It's like after they win their first game.
Right. And it's like 41 games that they've lost in a row, and then they finally win one.
So it's a call for celebration. Yeah.
You better believe it.
So Bobby comes over, and he's got these weird muffin-looking things with frogs in them.
Yeah, it's like frog leg cakes, I think is what he calls them.
Gross.
He's like, my mama doesn't know that I'm here, but I took these from the icebox.
Oh, thanks, Bobby. You want something to drink?
It's like, well, yes, I'll have a scotch and water. Hold the scotch.
Did you just make up a joke, Bobby?
I did.
Good one.
I like the girls at the party when they come up and they're like, oh, are you seeing anyone? He's like, yeah, I'm seeing lots of
people.
Yeah, I see lots of, or they're like, are you seeing any women? And he's like, yeah, I'm seeing lots of women. He's like, oh, he's like, and I'm seeing lots of men too.
Oh, okay.
But he's just saying, look at this party. There's a lot of women and men here. I can see them all because my eyes work.
I love lamp.
Are you?
My eyes are open and they are functioning, so I see a lot of people.
But I appreciate you checking in on me.
Have you ever seen a man and a woman at the same time? Yes, the other night, in fact.
I saw my mom and Coach Klien.
You are a bad boy. I want to be your girlfriend.
Oh, so funny. So funny.
Yeah, tons of memorable scenes in this one. And it's like, this is one where it's like, we could seriously quote the movie from beginning to end, but we don't want to do that.
Yeah.
Just for the sake of time and just for the sake of, you just need to watch the movie.
Yeah. I mean, we want you to walk away from this podcast and be like, wow, I'm going to go watch that movie now.
That's, I guess, the key for each of our episodes.
Yeah.
Just go watch the damn movie. And then pretend that you're having a conversation with us talking about it afterwards.
Exactly. And you can have conversations with us afterwards. Just comment below.
Yep. Follow us on the IGs. Slide into the DMs. Answer our damn poll questions, for Christ's sakes. And you made me do it the wrong way. I hate when people do that. It's Christ's sake. It's Pete's sake. It's fuck's sake.
What? No way.
What? No way. But that's Waterboy, everybody. I know there's a bunch of shit that we probably left out, but you know what? We're at 40 minutes, so you're welcome. Because we ain't going to sit here talking about this movie for 2 hours.
Absolutely not.
Yes.
I got stuff to do.
It's already 2 o'clock.
I got chicken burning.
I got chicken boiling. We tried to record this at 7 a.m. It just wasn't in the cards.
It sure wasn't.
All right, everybody. Well, we hope you enjoyed this one as much as we enjoyed recording it.
Yep.
And, yeah. I guess until next time, Quotable Podcast, out.
You know, my mom told me not to get a tattoo of Roy Orbison, but what mama doesn't know won't hurt her.